Antiochus with the pig. So everything they did had something to do with their religion or their gods. Is that fair there? So what was like, I know from the fact that pig is unclean and then to bring that in, that's like a big no-no. But what was the application from Antiochus's side? Like, would that be, is there more to that from his religion? I just thought
Uh,
I had.
I believe so. You got to remember also that the pig, when it was different types of the Hittites, for example, they used to sacrifice horses or a pig. Um, Pigs in the ancient Near East are not very much welcome because of the type of environment they live in. But in certain religions, it was done to the underworld deities. It
Oh,
was
okay.
basically an offering for the apothopreg worship, and therefore putting a pig on the altar of God, which, by the way, the altar is holy, is really is implying that they're worshiping the God of the underworld in the temple of God. And the temple of God is all about sacred space that represents life. That's
Mm,
why there was never any connection with death in the temple.
right.
You know,
Okay.
even something simple as the
Mm,
priests not letting their hair long, because the long hair and shaving of the beard was actually a sign of mourning. That's why they're not to pull their beards. That's why
right.
they're not to rend their garments. That's why in
Right.
the temple, to preserve God's sacred space, the only offering that was eaten by the people at night was the Passover lamb when the temple was standing. But none of the other offerings would be eaten, would be slaughtered at night. You
Okay.
know, they have to be slaughtered within 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon because of the perception of the underworld worship.
Wow,
Very
that's
important.
interesting.
Even something simple as, you know, the location of the lamb for the communal offering in the morning.
Hmm.
They do it in a particular place northwest of the altar, and then in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, they will do it northeast of the altar. They will slaughter it there because the
Okay.
sun was always giving light to that offering. It could not be in the shade. That's how serious sacred
Hmm.
space preservation was, and the perception
Right.
of we don't worship the underworld.
Okay. Wow, that's really fascinating.